Hello, my name is Vulturefire, and today's video is going to be a Silan run in which I'm going to be playing a deck that is, let's be generous and call it kind of a mess. So the name of this deck is Tank Mode Activate, and it has cards in it, and those cards have text. And sometimes, by playing cards that have text, the deck will be able to win. But mostly, this will be a demonstration of how, hopefully it will be a demonstration of how, even if you aren't really sure what you're doing, with enough game knowledge and the right tools, you can win despite your deck being a complete and total train wreck. So, our mana cards, we have one Focus, we have one Predict, we have two Mana Shields, which is a little bit weird if you know how much I'm generally not a fan of that card, and a Resolute Focus. Why do we have two Mana Shields? Partially because we have Moonlit Reverie, because this deck is trying to go pretty big on mana. The starting deck doesn't really have ways to take advantage of that mana, admittedly, but we do have plans to pick up stuff during the run. So our other cards, we have Hobble and Heavy Stand, which are kind of my staples of managing enemy damage. We have Scattered Mod, which is just an amazing card for Silan to use to just handle problems, especially early. We have Careless Defense, which may seem like an odd choice, but it worked with Silan's new level 10 passive. So Silan's old level 10 passive, you may remember, was this. It was your cards deal 1% more damage and apply 1% more status for every shield you have. Silan's new level 10 passive is that whenever you fully block an enemy attack, you create a Cannon Blast, and you upgrade it if you have no shield afterwards. So, because of that, Accursed Ceremony, or sorry, not Accursed, Careless Defense is like, in some ways, a reload, if you squint. Accursed Ceremony is there largely for early game. We will probably cut it by the end of Area 2, because we do not, in Area 3, want to deal with the bulkier shades. But in Area 1 and 2, the shades are totally fine, because we have Scattered Mod to help us deal with them. And shades are, the curse will help us have a more consistent way to deal with the Vessel, the mid-boss of Area 1, which otherwise we could struggle to get that kill because we just don't have much damage, and we want to be able to close that fight out. I'm not going to go through the card pool. You'll see it as we play. It is a mess. Deck list link will be in the description, as usual, as well as a link to the Discord. My other note is that I mentioned this at the end of the last video, but I wanted to mention it again here. If you're watching my videos as they come out, my plan is I've been uploading daily for the past couple of weeks. That's not going to be the norm, but I had a whole lot of videos that I had recorded during the beta. So I released, a month and a half worth of videos over the course of 2 weeks. So expect videos to be coming out once a week or so, probably. And if you have specific topics you want to see me record, absolutely leave a comment with a request. And that includes if you want to if you want me to play a deck of yours, I'm willing to do that. Just join the official Discord and then DM me your deck list. And I am Vulturefire on Discord as well. All right, so we're going to buy everything for the market. We've got all of the tonics. Most importantly, that means more max mana and more max shield. And we get to reroll an item or card once, so that's nifty. And that reroll is going to be very helpful for securing some monster card at some point during the run, probably. Okay, this is going to be great. This deck has nothing but a amazing strategy that will work very well. Ooh, so Shieldbot is very good, but Abyss Scepter on Silan is going to be very good for helping us ensure we shut down enemies because, of course, Cannon Blasts are spells. Okay, so we are probably going to reroll for Shocking Grasp here, but maybe not. We may also save the reroll to get, well, we're fine with taking either of those. So we'll see what ends up happening. I do also want to reroll for Toughen potentially, so we will get good use out of the reroll. It's just a matter of where. So there is the Mana Shield. So Silan's level 4, we now create this healing potion just at start of turn, or sorry, at start of fight and anytime the deck shuffles. I'm going to go ahead and play that out. And you can see that because we hit both of them, our Abyss Scepter goes ahead and puts one curse on each of them, which is handy. let's... What do I want to redraw, potentially? Do I want to redraw the Accursed Ceremony? I don't think so. Don't hate redrawing that, though. Now let's draw. Alright. Shuffle gets us a mana potion, so we have a little bit of extra mana to work with. And yeah, we can Careless Defense this again. So it is just setting up a whole bunch of temporary plated on itself, which we do not care about. And we can actually just hit this and it will actually detonate. Yeah, let's do that. So now I pass turn. We get attacked, which gives us a cannon blast, which is part of the reason we have that. And now, getting rid of that frail, building up that growth, and then this will allow us to kill this. Boom. Okay. So Mental Growth is a card that I really didn't like on the last patch, but on this patch, it lets us build growth very, very quickly, which I like. So I think we're going to take that now and plan to pick up a Mind Blast later. There's an argument for doing that the other way around. The Mind Blast is probably more important, but the Mental Growth lets us dirtle, and I am here to dirtle. Alright. And let's work on killing you, because you're a jerk. You're now poisoned. So our first upgrade is going to be the Scattered Blast. I think we'll go ahead and do that to you. But yeah, because you'll see this is just going to immediately take out that, which will get us actually some extra value. Because it meant that we were able to use Silan's level 7 passive, which is whenever an arcane detonation goes off, deal 40% of the damage to the other enemies to get extra damage out on the other things. Adaptative Spell is great. Let's see. This is potentially useful. I don't think the Pyromancer's glasses are that good. We are unlikely to set up burn. There is a chance that, like, in Area 2, we end up picking up, like, a burning focus. And Pyromancer's glasses has value, but I think Sticky Flask is a little better than speculating on that. Alright, let's see if we can get things that we want. So this is a tool. It's not a mana card, so it doesn't work well with Adaptative Spell, unfortunately. Let's see. So doing that, I think we do want to do that. The question is, do we need to spend mana on this? Or do we want to use this to get mana? I think the answer is yes. So we want to do this. Should have done this sooner because I wanted to get the extra Cannon Blast. That's okay. Womp. So yeah, we still get 2 Cannon Blasts. And I think we do want to... that was a little bit awkward. We don't quite have everything we need in order to have things shake out the way we want. Oh, we're going to hit 0 here. This is fine. And it's not going to matter. We're not going to hit 0 because we're going to kill before we get to play our second card. Alright, we can reroll here, but Stone Skin and Warcry are both very good, and I'm happy having either of them. I think we take the Warcry, and then we're definitely going to upgrade the Scattered Mod first, because I think Scattered Mod Plus is just such an incredible improvement to our ability to solve problems. Between these cards, I think Arcane Aegis or Corrupted Blast are the two we want most, so we're going here. So I think we may actually play this in damage mode, because we can. A perfect block. So unfortunately, Scan Blast doesn't work out the way we want it to with Scattered Mod. Let's put Curse on you. We can fortunately taunt this one safely, because it doesn't do anything. But we can also taunt this one, but we won't have the ability to use the thing that it creates. Let's taunt you actually. Because this one gets powerful if we taunt it. So I'm curious if this changed. Okay, yeah, it changed our upgrade Scattered Blast, which is a little unfortunate. We would have rather changed the unupgraded one. I think we are going to target here. Yeah. Because now we win. So I'm taking a lot of time to talk through what I'm doing, but as you can see, the deck is just kind of working. I believe we are fighting the Munchroom. We are, so we definitely want a Cleansing Shield before we fight the Munchroom. That's more valuable to us than Corrupted Blast even. Okay. And it'll also help in this fight potentially. Oh, I should have done this first. It's fine. We can't quite get to this, but that's okay. So we take a little bit of damage. We get doomed. And doing it like this, because yeah, there's a good chance we were going to get that. This is a good time to use this. Pop, and yeah, we now have a lot of curse, which is going to help us with getting this kill. So we want to get rid of that like so. I'm trying to think, because we want to get mana out of this. So I think we're going to do this. Mental Growth. Scattered Mod. Focus, Adaptative Spell. We don't have anything to cleanse, but that's actually all fine. And then this will mean that even though we don't quite win this turn, we basically win this turn. And we have plenty of mana to just knock that one to death. Okay. So, Arcane Flow is pretty good. Automatic Mod is pretty good. Empower is not bad. Can we really leverage Empower yet? Not yet, but it's a good investment to make. Basically just whether we want to take Arcane Flow, which will give us value more immediately, or Empower. I think Arcane Flow is the more interesting card because we get it less often. Ooh, this is a really tough choice because either Mantle and Duplication Tome are both incredibly powerful. We're going to go with Duplication Tome because there's other outfits that are similarly good, but there's nothing else that's going to match the value that Duplication Tome gives us, but it's very close. I think we're going to upgrade Adaptative Spell, which does mean we will want to upgrade Focus later. I don't think we need the Hobble because we have the Warcry to provide weak. That's what I'm relying on anyway. But I don't really want to cut another card. Pretty mediocre events since I didn't need the removal, and the last one was actually a fight, which is kind of the worst. So if we use this, we actually will curse ourselves, which is unfortunate because of how things are at, where things are at. So I think we are going, so the question is, do I need to get mana out of this? I'm definitely using this. Okay, I've got it figured out. We do that, we do this, we get mana, we gain the ability to get critical. Oh, we're not even going to cast anything else because they're all just going to die. So, I had a plan. Arcane Aegis. I like it. Do I like it more than just getting a Mind Seed? I think I do. So we don't have ways to get Adept right now, I think. Oh, no, we do. We have the Keen Contemplation, but that's it. So we can do this, which will not quite detonate. But then we can do that. Alright, so I think we might need to draw cards here with this. Yeah. Okay. So that's a skill, so we can use that. And the question becomes, can we get a kill this turn? We can get really close, but I don't think we can quite kill. So if we can't kill, I think we want to... I guess we're just going to avoid taking damage here. since doing that sets us up in a good position for next turn. Because we still can't kill, but... we can also use Healing Potion to counteract the Moonlit Reverie. And... Alright. I think we do get to... Okay, we're just short of blowing up. It's fine, because we take a little bit of damage, but we have Healing Potions, potentially, which will deal with Healing Potion. Plus we have the Forge, so not too bad. This next fight could be very tough, though. Speaking of tough, I do really like Toughen. But do we need it? Because that is a Mighty source and a Tough source, and we may not actually need that, and we may not need the healing. Because we've got Mighty from this, and we've got Tough from Heavy Stand and Careless Defense, but this is a cheaper way to get Tough. I think we want the Lock and Load, though. It's a difficult choice, but I think that's where we want to be. I think we'll take the Scroll of Recall. I don't have anything I really want to cut yet, so we are moving on. Careless Defense is not going to be amazing in this fight. I think this is a turn where we just... Actually, we may want to get damage out with that. Yeah, I think we're going to do this. Because then we can Heavy Stand. And this is not going to do enough, but I think if we do this, okay, it still is not quite enough, but we get to avoid taking much damage there. Alright, gonna start with this. Focus, Scattered Mod, and then this will curse us, which we really don't want. So we're gonna start with that. And then I think Duplitome is gonna do great work for us. So I said we didn't want to curse ourselves, but by doing that, we get to play all of our other things out, which means it's not gonna matter. Okay. I think we take the Arcane Silence. Well, I think we take the Mana Eruption, because that funds a lot of things, and we want to have it. We do want more cleanse sources later, but for now, I think we'll be fine. I think we take the Cursed Horseshoe, and I think we upgrade probably a mana card. Well, we do have this, which means that we are less in need of upgrading a mana card. I think we upgrade the Lock and Load, which is going to let us, yeah, I like that, I think. Yeah, I'm going to cut the Moonlit Reverie because I think the Mental Growth actually is going to give us enough growth that we won't need the Moonlit Reverie. Alright, because Moonlit Reverie is a card that you kind of are planning, either you're planning to upgrade it or you're planning to cut it, I think. And this run, we decided that we are cutting it. So against Emerald Dragon, there is particular value in having Gleaming Aegis. But there's also, like, Shocking Focus is very good, and so is Pulverize. And so it becomes a question of whether the combination of those two is better than the Gleaming Aegis. And I think this lets us go through. So this gives us a 50-50 shot at Corn Focus instead of just a 25% chance of Corn Focus. But this route gives us an event. So do we have any self-debuffs now that I cut the... Because the purity is most valuable if you're not self-debuffing, and we're largely not. So the question is, do I want to get that Gleaming Aegis? I think the answer is yes, and then that does let us fight. We still get a second elite fight, although it's not one I want to take, so I probably won't. But I think this is going to work out. Okay, I think this is another fight where I am probably going to do an AoE adaptative spell, which unfortunately does mean that we don't get to Warcry here. Let's draw some cards. And Duplitome, it doesn't matter what we copy because we're only actually going to play this. Oh, and that was going to be lethal on its own. I just thought we were going to need to copy it. Height of Knowledge. We took out our Wits card, which is unfortunate. Because if we still had our Wits card, I would like this a lot more. But since we did, I think we'll just take the mana. Okay. So I think I want to copy this and that, because this one's just free. I definitely want to pop off one of your evasion stacks, because this is when we want to kill this turn, because it has more evasion. Right, we're definitely getting mana out of this, so that we can afford to lock and load. Yeah, we can afford to do this, because there's basically no downside to it. Put it on you. You'll see that now this has 26 health, which is more than it did before, and it also starts out doing more damage. But neither of those things matters when we have this much nonsense going on. Alright, we can just remove that evasion. And poppity poppity pop. Oh, where's that extra? Oh, right. Silan's level 7 passive is currently applying to the monster that gets hit by the detonation, which means that it takes a bonus for damage. Alright, I think we're going to play Mana Ritual shenanigans. That makes that a high priority upgrade. For reasons you will see very soon. So, we are going to Cursed Horseshoe, and then Cleansing Shield it away. I think we are going to get... I think we're getting mana out of this adaptative spell. And we need a lot of space in hand to use this effectively. There we go. This is a turn where Careless Defense is awkward. I think we can safely use it here, actually. Yeah. Because that basically halved this to only doing 2. So this is actually going to work out to let us use Scroll of Recall. Alright, so we're not going to be able to get that much value out of this turn. But we're getting more than no value out of it. So that was pretty good turn 1. Not the best, but far from the worst. Let's put Curse on you, I guess. So one of the downsides is because we did taunt this one, it now does have a lot more Arcane Rune to work with. Let me think. When we play this, yeah, we will be able to get down to 0 this way. And we want to, yeah, pop that one a couple times. And there we go. Let's see, will we have to spend our reroll here? Nope. Alright, 50-50 chance of getting Gleaming Aegis here. Okay, so we do want to draw cards off of this, but, well, I guess we can do this to get card draw. And then we're going to Duplitome this and that. Because it's, again, actually going to give us value to have these little dummies out, because they're just going to get destroyed by Scattered Blast, and they're going to give us extra damage on the back ones from exploding while they're at it. And there we go. I think I just take the Weary Concentration for the mana. So the growth will be more useful if we were going past turn 1, but we will in later areas. It's just that right now we have so little. So I think we need the Vindictive Aura even, because it doesn't draw us cards, and well, Overflowing Bracers is pretty weak. We'll just take the Vindictive Aura for now. We may cut it later, but it may potentially do things for us. So let's see. You have to make room in hand for Lock and Load. We want to hit 0 mana. We do not want to get hit by that, but we don't really have a choice. Let's see. That works. Alright. We again want to hit 0. This hurts a little bit, but not too bad. And then it becomes a question of whether or not we want to use the Curse Horseshoe this turn. I think the answer is no. We're not even going to bother hitting that one. We're just going to assume that it will die later when we want it to. What are we drawing off of that? We are guaranteed to draw this, so we're drawing exactly Scattered on Gleaming Aegis. So we don't need mana out of this because this is just guaranteed to draw us mana. Let me think that my hand's in order. So we've got 5. This will take us to, yeah, okay. And that leaves us with just enough room in hand for all of those cards. And that was a spell, so that trips a Mana Ritual. So we want to do that into Gleaming Aegis. And we're actually going to use Resolute Focus for the first one, unfortunately. We get to Cryptic Ritual. This will kill the front one and do a lot of damage to the back one. Just a question of whether or not we want to... we've got that Curse. Well, we've got that Purity, so... Alright. We still have Critical and Mighty, so we don't need to play that yet. We can Scattered Blast, so pop and pop. And Mana Ritual for mana. And then War Cry, and then that for mana. And we are not going to actually get... Well, we don't actually need all that shield. So we can just do this. And get quite a bit of extra mana. And now we have plenty of mana boost. Okay, we are not tough, which is unfortunate. That's nice because now we can afford to actually use this on this one. So let's go pop you, Mana Ritual, Arcane Aegis on you, Cryptic Ritual, Cannon Blast, Mana Ritual, Sticky Flask, Cryptic Ritual, Cannon Blast, Mana Ritual, Orphan Cryptic Ritual. So I hope that demonstrated why I'm going to upgrade the Mana Blast here. Because, like, did you see how much value we got? Strenuous Vigor is great, but I think we want Sanctity. Do we have... So the problem with Strenuous Vigor is we have to upgrade Strenuous Vigor if we're going to take it, I think. And I think I have too many other cards that I want to upgrade. So I'm just going to take Sanctity, which I know passing up Strenuous Vigor feels weird. But I really want Mana Ritual Plus, and I really want Arcane Aegis Plus. I don't think I want to cut that yet. I think the Careless Defense, though, is a little bit suspect. It did some good work for us, but I think we are basically past the point where we can usefully get value from it, unless we line up with specifically the other thing we have. Let's see. So basically it comes down to whether we need the shield. I think we don't, but we do want that cursed horseshoe. What will this draw? Oh, we'll find out. I think we're going to copy this, and let me think. We have 3 plus 4 plus 2, so we have a total of 9, which will let us pay for, yeah, pay for that twice. And we can get shield out of this. And we are going to be bleeding this turn, but that's fine. So we should get... Okay, we didn't find stuff that would let us avoid that. So we want to draw cards. Right, we have no space in hand. So we can get mana. Heavy Stand, Resolute Focus, Sanctity, which will clear off one of those bleeds, Cryptic Ritual, Cannon Blast, Mana Ritual, Cleansing Shield to clean off the other bleed, Cleansing Ritual. We do not quite have space in hand. Oh, we win. Ooh. Sanctuary lets us replace the Cleansing Shield. Just such a very good card. We don't really care about that because I'm too lazy. We'll take that one. It's fine. Oh, and especially going into this, having a Cleansing Ritual is going to be nice. The nice thing about being on Silan specifically is that we can circumvent one of the major problems here by blowing up the poisoned blood. So this, I think, has to be mana. I think it has to be mana now. And then we are going to duplicate this, and duplicating this doesn't... Actually, no, duplicating that is fine. Normally it wouldn't do that much against these guys, but because we've got rid of their poison blood, we're actually going to get to use the purity. We can actually cleanse off a little bit of the poison. Alright. So we are weak, which is annoying. But we are going to Cursed Horseshoe and then Sanctuary to clean it off. And also actually that there is actually value to us in them being... Oh, this is not going to be amazing, but I want to be able to get to exact 0. So I can do that. I can pop off that. Can... Okay, I don't think I actually want to shuffle here, so we're not going to play that. Right, so that's going to get rid of that poison blood again. And we could focus one of them down, but I don't think we need to. And there's that dealt with. So let's see. I don't think we can't quite kill that one, but there we go. And so that helped us with the poison. Means that we didn't get killed here, but we'll lock and load. And so that was Poison Gorgons without actually taking any damage, which is pretty good. That is not something I'm able to pull off all the time. I think we would take Cornered Focus here. Okay, yeah, we have to make space in our hand. And I think we're going to copy the Flash Bomb and the Scattered Blast, and that's just going to let us kill everything. So, you know at the beginning when I said that, like, Duplitome was irreplaceable? This is why. Like, you Duplitome a Scattered Mob Plus and you just win fights. And this stops happening in Area 3, but it just destroys Area 1 and 2. Ruining Focus isn't bad. It does fight a little bit with that other thing, potentially, but there's an argument to take against the odds here, but I really like just having a lot of mana. Extra mana tends to be easier to work with than just assorted, mismatched knickknacks. So basically the choice here is just whether or not I am Arcane Leaking. I think the answer is I am going to Arcane Leak. Right, that's what I wanted to see. I'm not going to Duplitome yet, though. But yeah, like, this is a fairly low value mana ritual, and it's still going to be worth 6 mana, which is about what you would expect. 6 mana and 2 mana boost, which is about the best you could hope for out of an upgraded rare mana card anyway. Is this going to be damage? Maybe. Yeah, this is going to be mana, I think. How do I... What did I just play? I just played a Warcry. I want this to be mana, but I don't want to play this... I think I am going to have to give it the focus mana just to get this out properly. Okay, we have guaranteed crits right now. We absolutely want to get that tough set up. And then we just do some kaboom. Okay. Can we hit 0? Yes, but it's awkward. Do we want to hit 0? I think yes. And we are definitely going to draw cards off of this. Right, we've got another spell to work with, so we don't need to. So we get hit twice, but we don't care. We're going to get shocked, but that's just going to get eaten by our purity, which is why we have that purity. And our Abyss Scepter is doing phenomenal work. Now we have guaranteed crits. You do not have a Shock Barrier this turn. Alright, so there is it setting up its buffs, which is a little annoying, but not the end of the world. And we can already deal with, we've already been able to take out some of those buffs. Right, here is this, which we were really kind of needing to see. So we don't really need to do this back and forth. Duplicate both of those. Mana ritual. Oh, I meant to do that. Fine. Actually, sure. We could go ahead and pop this one a little bit, but I think I still want to keep doing that. Yeah, we do need some way to scale upwards because you can see that like our damage is falling off, and the only reason we're really making progress on this one at this point is because of the curse that we're getting from the Abyss Scepter that is doing so much work for us. But we do have phenomenal mana, which means that we can afford to pay for Dragon Form, which is what we're going to get because we were able to save our reroll, if I remember correctly. And that should do ridiculous nonsense. Oh, whoops, I forgot to account for the extra card from shuffling. And we're absolutely just going to get damage out of that this turn. If this doesn't just kill outright, which I don't think it does. Oh, no, it does because of the arcane weakness. Dragon Form. Ooh, Adept Robes are pretty good. And we're upgrading Dragon Form. Because you don't take Dragon Form and then not upgrade Dragon Form. And I think a Curse Ceremony is going to go now. As good as the Shades have been so far, they are going to scale up too quickly here. We are fighting Maw, which means we do want access to Cleanse. Fortunately, we've got this. Now we've been incredibly lucky. So my last video, I had incredibly bad luck with monster cards. Just repeatedly not getting what I wanted. And the exact opposite has been happening here, and I am thrilled. And then we can draw a couple cards. This one does have Opportunist, which means we can't afford to draw too many cards. But, fortunately, looks like we are coming in under par. Oh, unfortunately, it is setting up Opportunist again, which is very annoying. But we don't have card draw really this turn anyway. We only have this, which I think we are going to go ahead and use. Okay. We're going to duplicate those because I've got a plan. And there we go. Doing great work. We don't really need another one. We don't really need any of these. I think the second Sanctuary, though, is fine going into Maw specifically. Get some weakness out. Fill our entire hand with stuff. Yeah, we're not drawing any more cards this turn, so. I think we do want to do this just for the top, even though it will set up shield on these jerks. And there's no point in doing that. We once again have this jerk setting up another stack of Opportunist immediately, which is very rude. Do not approve. Okay. So I want to Duplitome this, but I don't know that we're going to have the mana for it. I don't know that we're going to have the hand space for it. So let's see, this takes us to that. How do we get space in hand? I guess like this. And we can't actually, I guess we can technically afford to Duplitome this, we just don't get, which is a little bit awkward because we end up with no mana to actually do anything. But I think getting 6 powerful is worth it. And this one is pretty good. Fine. Hidden here would be way more annoying if we weren't playing the deck that has the ability to just remove its hidden. And then we can draw cards. Sure. Spell, mana, skill, mana, lethal. Alright. Power Surge isn't bad. I don't hate Dead of Night, but we can probably cut it. We probably do not need it. That's a little bit awkward. Yeah, we're just going to draw cards, and alright, that works out. And there goes that problem. We are probably going to play the Sanctuary. Let's go ahead and get that out. Get that. Oh, we can do this, which we wanted to do. And then, unfortunately, I now no longer have a Cannon Blast to go with this. But it still gives us Mighty. And we do not need to play this. Alright, get to fill our hand with junk. Question is, do we want mana? What do we want out of this is our question. I think the answer might be AoE. And then we can just prioritize blowing that up. At which point the question just becomes whether or not we want to use this. No, because we really don't want to draw the dragon form here. We do have a perfect block right now, which is nifty. Keep getting more curse on this back one. We got a perfect block, which is shiny. Okay. Dragon form is going to be a little bit awkward here. Only in that we can't duplicate it, but... Oh. It's unfortunate we have to target that one. Eat a hit here. And the big I should have played this first because we are otherwise going to have to take an Arcane Detonation. But I think eating an Arcane Detonation is worth it. Will we get to kill this? Maybe not. I think if we Duplitome we might. So we're going to go for it and just hope that we will only have to eat one Arcane Detonation here to get this kill. Yeah, which is nice because then we don't have to get... Oh, we took the Vindictive Aura. I forgot. So Vindictive Aura is doing work for us. Alright, so we get Curse, but... I think we made a good trade there. And we don't want to play... Actually, I think this may do just remove its own health. Yeah, because I knew it was going to do 10 to itself. I didn't remember if it was damage or if it was lose 10 health. And since it just lost 10 health, we were totally clear to do that. So we could use the Prismatic Shield, but I think we want to reroll and take Clear Focus. I probably should have taken the defensive mod, but I was beelined on that Clear Focus. I think Enchanted Hammer does more for us than Sticky Flask. And Dead of Night, I don't hate the Dead of Night. I may not cut anything here. The Arcane Aegis is, we haven't upgraded it, so it can go. It's still not bad, but I don't think we need it. So we're actually going to draw a bunch of cards. Apparently, all those cards are going to be mana. We can just play this out because any spell we have, we're probably going to use Mana Ritual on. Hey, we actually managed to get a hit with that, which is not a guarantee. Okay. Let's see. Absolutely, we will do that. Oh, I should have gotten this out to do that. So that will deal with your hidden. This will deal with your hidden. And then don't really need the shield, so I don't think we need to play the Sanctuary. Having tough would be nice, but we don't need it. Alright. Pretty sure this is one of those runs where if one day watches it, he'll just reply with the scream emoji. It has been a kind of brutal showing. I think we have not lost any recoverable health at any point during the run, which is basically the best you can hope for. Like, if you were really greedy, you could say that your plan is to never lose any health, but I think that's unrealistic most of the time. Alright. We're going to do this so we can scroll a recall. And then I want to... Okay, we can't quite get mana out of that, so we are just going to go ahead and Dragon Form now. Which means that these are now all going to add shock. Which I guess we're going to end up wasting here mostly, but... I do want this tough. I don't really want to burn all of this shock on that. Oh, I guess we can see what's in the deck. Okay. I was hoping for at least one mana card, but no such luck. Okay, yeah, we'll just Sanctuary. We do get a bunch of Cannon Blasts here, so with our 6 powerful, we should be able to get some value. I may use this just because it's a card to play. Yeah, I think I'm going to play this, and then use that, and now I get to play 2 of these. Which is pretty good. Absolutely drawing cards with this. And Mana Ritual. Cryptic Ritual. Mana Ritual. And now let's bring the cleaning you just out. Womp. There we go. Defensive mod is nice. Gives us another source of purity. We can just take the mental growth, but I want another defense. I want a defensive mod. I want more source of purity, especially going into this fight. And Maw, not that it's going to matter, because we are going to have so much value. Let's duplicate these two. Yeah, we have Duplitome, which automatically means that like we're not doing fair things. That's going to give some of our mana back. Just get mana out of that, I think. This seems like a good turn to do that. Oh, I should have done that after I... That's fine. And there's no reason not to just go ahead and do that. Because we won't get any more arcane in this fight. Alright. Let me do some things. Let me think. Yep, that seems good. Pop, and pop, and pop, and pop. And do I need the shield? I don't think so. Cryptic Ritual. Should have used the shock on that, but somehow I don't think it's going to matter. And likewise, I could have gotten value out there, but I like having a bunch of mana to work with. I think I'm going to hammer this, because I think putting 2 arcane weakness on that is absolutely worthwhile. We can technically hit 0 here. But it requires us to play 2 sanctuaries, and I don't know that that's worth it. No, it's definitely not. Because we can just win. Just keep winning out of nowhere. Alright, now Strenuous Vigor is worth it, because we don't have Dragon Form to go with it. I think the starting Adept is more valuable than the Vindictive Aura, and we absolutely have to upgrade the Strenuous Vigor. And I think we can cut the Cleansing Shield. I don't think we need it and both Sanctuaries, and the Sanctity and the whatever. Alright, we're saving our other reroll to get Dig Through Muck. Alright, this will fill our hand with value. We are not in a position to Duplitome the Dragon Form, but that's okay. So because we have that starting Adept, we do get the shock off of one of those. I don't even think I want to get that out, because I think I want to play this Mental Growth. Oh, well, now I can do both. Yeah. Ooh, do I want to play this instead? I think I just want more mana for next turn. So we will get cursed. So we're going to block all these incoming attacks, and we're going to have a lot of Cannon Blast for this turn. And we can actually afford to play these Frittles out because we do have ways to use whatever. Okay, so I think we want to Keen Contemplation and then Shrivel. So we had the best chance yet of getting mana here. We're going to do this, which will clean us off. And now we're going to get a whole bunch of mana out of Mana Ritual. And the question is, do we Duplitome? I think yes, because I think getting guaranteed crits here is going to be very funny. Because we can go Dead of Night. So now we are hidden and we have critical, so this is a 100% chance to crit. Oh no, we can't draw cards because our hand limit is reached. We can Mana Ritual. And then we can Dead of Night. And then we can Cryptic Ritual. And then we can Scattered Blast. And we can Mana Ritual. And we can Defensive Energy. And we can Cryptic Ritual. We can Cannon Blast. We can Mana Ritual. And we can Treasure. And we can Cryptic Ritual. And we can Strenuous Vigor. And we can Cannon Blast. And we can Adaptative Spell. GG. Bane's not that good. A second War Cry. None of these are actually that useful. Probably cut whichever one we take when we get to the end of the... Actually, Bane isn't that bad because we do apply a lot of curse from that one thing. Although we won't get all of the extra cannon blasts from Maw that we would from other fights because Maw's the only the one enemy. I think we want to gain hidden at the end of the turn. Okay. Clean off the Arcane Link. Apply weak to all of them. Get more tough. Apply more weak. Okay. And we are hidden, so we have a chance of evading some of these hits. Unfortunately, if we evade all of them, we don't get a Cannon Blast, which is a slight downside. Okay, we have a full hand, which is actually a little bit awkward. There we go. Because we want to be able to Dragon Form. Let's copy these two. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to use all of that, but gosh darn it, I have to try. Oh, that's going to make things possible. Thank you, Mana Ritual. Oh, I have to have a shock out in order to get... Because now I can Dragon Form and get the mana back. And then I can Strenuous Vigor into Strenuous Vigor. Mana Ritual. Mana Ritual. Cryptic Ritual. Unfortunately, we don't get any value out of that, but we can Bane. Okay. So we are going to take 1 poison damage. I think we'll live. Womp. We did lose a couple of our plated there, but easily a worthwhile trade-off. Normally these are dangerous to play, but we have a bunch of purity because of mysterious reasons. And mysterious reasons are, of course, that I had used the double Strenuous Vigor to do completely fair things. I'll play that one too. Right, I'll heal back the 1 point of damage we were down. Pop. Bye. Alright. Do we need a second defensive mod? I don't think so. Spectral Infection obviously doesn't do anything for us. We're just going to take the Runic Focus, although we don't really need it. We are at that point where our deck is just kind of doing everything it needs to be doing. Now if you're watching this, you may be thinking, is Silan overpowered? And the answer is absolutely. But the nice thing is, it's spread across enough cards that it's hard to pick a card that you would nerf if you were just trying to fix Silan being busted. So I want to draw cards off of this, but let's hammer the focus, and then boom. Okay. Question become? Okay, I'm going to do that into that, which will get me to 0. Should have done that first before I played the mana eruption, but it's fine. Let's pop you for value. We do not have any. We don't have all the buffs we want, but I think we get enough value out of doing this anyway that we're going to. And we didn't end up ending it hidden, but that's fine. We're okay with taking this little bit of damage. It's for a good cause. The cause of winning. Okay. The question, as always, is how do I actually make this work? I want to play this, but what's the last card in the deck? Sanctuary? Okay. So I think we're going to start by playing this in the mana ritual. Because then we can do this in the cryptic ritual. And then we can do scattered mod into scattered blast. If we don't have enough room in our hand for all of these. Into cryptic ritual. And now this will shuffle. And we will draw who knows what. Why would we have drawn another card there? Oh, we actually overdrew there. Thanks to Silan's level 10. That is a bug. All right. Anyway. Oh, ooh, we lost that because I didn't have space in hand, because normally you always will, but we're cheating too hard is the problem. We would love to have room to use this, but we just can't play this lock and load and get curses out of it. So I think we want to kill one of these, just fit, but also 87 damage. Because I do want to get shield out. Yeah, we're just going to play Sanctuary here. Okay. Yeah, that awkward problem of your hand just gets completely full of cards and you can't play them. Which is mostly because of these silly treasure slimes. Let's dunk on you. That works out. I think we just want the mana. And we can probably kill this one. Yeah. And then we can... Oh, not quite knock you out. What do we have left? I think we're fine with eating a little bit more damage here. We could block both of those, and then... Yeah, this is fine. And we still have this Duplitome. Let's do that first, then we're going to Duplitome these two. Oh, we need to get space in hand, which we can do by doing that. we get to go to full health, which is always nice. We aren't even cursed. Boom. Let's see, what's that? Okay. Get mana. Get mana. Bite. Pretty nice amount of damage to finish that fight off. And we are re-rolling to take Dig Through Muck, because Dig Through Muck is amazing. And then Arcane Cloak is also amazing because we're playing Silan. Okay. So let's see. What all can we get rid of? Start by getting just some more max mana. That's fine. Temporary buff, sure. Okay, going in with Blitz is nice. Oh, we already had going in with Blitz. So we have some stuff that we can cut, definitely. I just have to remember what it was. I think the Bane can go. I think... The Dead of Night can actually probably go. I don't think it's actually that useful to this specific deck. And we'll just take some max mana. And we'll take some max mana, and we'll take some max mana, and we will go. And I was lucky that that last rest did in fact give max mana, because I said that before I actually was certain of that. Okay. We are absolutely going to Duplitome the Dragon form. And the Arcane Flow. Although I should have... I think I went to upgrade this Arcane Flow. I should have done that first. Okay. And now we can get all of that out. Okay, so we do actually need to get shield from this, but that's fine, we can do that. So we want to get all of our boosts before we play that. And there we go. This will cost us one of our plated stacks because we took 0 damage, but we are okay with that. And hey, we have enough space in hand. Draw some cards. Oh man, it's Mana Ritual time. Damage, Mana Ritual, Defensive Energy, Cryptic Ritual, Heavy Stand. Oh, whoops, my rhythm is broken. Oh well. First Horseshoe, Cryptic Ritual, Mana Shield. Are we just going to do AoE with Adaptive Spell? I think we are. Yeah, that was worth it. And then we have plenty of tough, and we don't need more shield, so. Alright. Oh, we lost the cannon blast we got from blocking because our hand was full. So I believe we don't actually have any strikes to draw, but my memory is trash, so that could be a lie. Only one way to find out. We did not. But I still like getting those out of hand. I'm okay with getting poisoned. Ooh. Huh. Question becomes, what do I copy? How much is that doing? 76? The answer is probably a copy of this. I know that that is higher than it actually is because of the shock, but still. Bonk. Bonk. And then we can draw some cards. Ooh. I do like me some dragon form. We may not actually get to play this temporary copy, but that's okay. Because it is absolutely worth it to get the strings bigger again. You're not cursed. But somehow, I'm not concerned. We can draw with these shrivels. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to play Mental Growth into Cannon Blast. And then we do that. Which lets us, so we're going to, I think we're actually fine with flying these out. So we get to deal with, just get to clean off the curse. And yeah, we are only down a little bit of health, and it is entirely because of shrivels, so not really a big downside. Trying to remember what these are going to even draw us. I know it's useful, but I don't remember what it is. Oh, we're just going to win. Just kidding. They're not going to draw us anything because we won. So yeah, that was a Silan run. Like I said, the deck was not really coherent, but it doesn't matter because Silan does nonsense. The Abyssal Scepter helped a lot, although it's hard to tell exactly how much damage it did, but it definitely did a decent amount of damage, especially against the hardier enemies, and especially earlier on, to just get us some finish-off damage. The Scattered Mod Plus was amazing. The fact that we got Duplitome was the MVP. It always is, and then Dragon Form, especially with Duplitome, or Scattered Mod with Duplitome, both of those are just ridiculous nonsense. And yeah, that was a Silan deck. So I will see you guys next time. Doodles.